Well, hi at 12:42 in the morning on Sunday, July the 9th. Episode 96
We're
of the
climbing
Mizzle
up
and Dub
there,
Show.
climbing up there. We're
Yeah,
getting,
climbing up there. We just celebrated our third year anniversary last month. And so here we go.
I think 3 years, right?
3 years.
If you look at our pilot episode, which is number one, I had a mini.
Mini fro.
It wasn't even a fro. It was just like a definition of a bunch of hair up there. And now 3 years later, hey, the kid can do this now. That's what I'm talking about.
And then I just still sweat chicken grease with a shiny bald ass head.
I'm so glad you said that before I put my tequila in my mouth, motherfucker.
Like talking spit on Wild Out.
Oh, I'd have been Nick Cannon spitting all over the fucking place. But cheers to you, brother. We are
Oh, same to you.
3 years,
90,
97.
96.
Yeah, I said,
Yeah.
God, 96. I mean, we've been doing this
Yeah,
for,
since 97. Yes,
oh
yes.
my God, this is beautiful.
But anyhow,
Oh, did you miss us? We are back. Sorry for
yes,
the
you
delay.
kept at the masters kept asking, when are you
Yeah,
guys gonna do another show? So, well, here we are. So I'm just saying, be careful what you wish for, because you know what happens when football season comes.
you're gonna
You
hate
get a
us.
shit, you get a shit ton of shows from us.
You're gonna.
So,
I mean, it kind of sucks. We got to get a lot better because this is a sports show, but it seems like football is our talkative point. Or when basketball comes around and it's the play. But when baseball comes around in October, you'll hear a lot of us with baseball talk, stuff like that. Let's see
well,
what's
mainly if our team is not playing shitty, which they haven't been lately, then we'll talk more about it. Because
yeah.
I mean, they're right in the thick of the wild card race and got a big win today.
Yes.
I,
Yes.
I'll say this: this team needs the All Star break because the injuries that they're suffering is very
Not the
atrocious.
injury they're suffering. I like Krupp and Kipe said, or I mentioned this before. Krupp and Kipe said it. I'm sick and tired of seeing our players get hit by pitches, man. And when they get
That
hit by
too.
pitches, they go out for a while. It's not like they take a hit and it's like, oh, I'm sore. I need a little break here and there. No, they take a hiatus. So
Unfortunately, Mitch Haniger is going to miss some time because he got hit in the forearm, and then unfortunately in New York, Tyro Estrada is going to be out for a month, and which
it could have been
hurts.
worse because if it wasn't for the padding on, it could
Yes,
have been worse. So
it
we'll,
could have been.
we'll we'll take that for sure.
It was just a fracture. It was not broken. I guarantee you, if he was not wearing that padding, it probably would be
Done for the
broken.
year. Brandon Belt style.
Yeah, boy, I hate to go back to 2021, but if Brandon Belt does not get hurt, could he might be the difference against the Dodgers in that damn series? We'll never know, but that's just
Oh no, no,
something to
no, no.
think about.
Us Giants fans know. Us Giants fans know. It's almost like Curry goes down the playoffs. I'm not saying Brandon Belt is the whole, but I'm just saying he eats the Dodgers, man. He'd make that pitcher work the count. He'd
Oh
got all
yeah,
the necessary situations that we needed. But I'm not going off on that piece of crap team in LA. I'm worried about focused on right now. And can we just stop? Can they stop pitching Mookie Betts? Jesus, say that man is like
him,
baseball
him,
player.
him, him or Freddie Freeman is which it's just insane. But um, the only reason why I say the Dodgers might not do anything because they're pitching for the most part. Their starting pitching is hurting. Their bullpen is atrocious, which may cost them in a playoff series
When
if
has
they
their
even get in
bullpen
there.
been any good?
No, not at all.
In years, ain't been good.
But I mean, this year it's really taken a back seat.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Kershaw ain't Kershaw. And
Well, he's on the injured list. Urias is on the
when is
injured
he not?
list. Um, well, I mean, Kershaw on the IL is not shocking, but I mean, Dustin May is out for the season again.
Oh, I
Getting
didn't
another,
know that.
yeah, he's out for the season again. Um, well, of course, Walker Bueller is recovering from Tommy John, but I don't think he's going to
Bueller.
pitch this year. Um, I think Goslin's on the IL, if I'm not mistaken, who's for the most part has been their best pitcher. Um, Syndergaard is a complete shell of himself. I don't know what happened to him.
Yet they still got 50 fucking wins.
Yeah, well, when you can slug with the offense that they have, it's almost like watching the Rangers when they were playing in the old ballpark in Arlington. They can slug like hell, but
You're preaching right
couldn't
now.
fucking pitch.
You're preaching right now. Damn it.
And speaking of the Rangers, just kudos to them. They continue to be in first place, but
But
it's not
we
shocking.
know the reason why.
It's not shocking. Mr. 15 and big ass head from Viva la France, Bochy is controlling the rings, but also um the Atlanta Braves have just come out of nowhere to be the first team to win
Break them
60
up.
games.
Break them up. They are playing some, but we're playing astounding baseball last year too. So this is not shocking what they're doing.
And I mean, right now, looking at it, Ronald Acuna Jr. right now is your NL MVP,
You beat me to it.
hands
You
down.
that young
He
man.
is he is completely back from his ACL tear from 2 years ago when they won the World Series. Um, I mean, Matt Olson's hit ranking, Tom Murphy's ranking. Um, I mean, Orlando Arcia is making them not forget is not making them forget about Dansby Swanson, even though Dansby's having a fantastic year in Chicago with the Cubs.
Yes.
But Arcia has been ranking. Riley's been ranking.
Yes.
Michael Harris III can go cover any ground in center field, and he can hit.
Go preach
Um,
again.
the Braves a little bit here. The one thing about the Braves though is they have a fantastic starting rotation, which is I think is lost right now in baseball because everyone's doing the whole bullpen stuff and relying more on bullpens. But the Braves starting staff is one reason why they have 60 wins and have the best record in baseball, overtaking the Rays, who had it for most of the year.
And wow. And the Rays have just continued to be playing good baseball ever since they had that little World Series little blunder that they had. But ever since then, they just been in the race, just continuing to play just tremendous baseball.
And also, where in the hell did the Cincinnati Reds come from? They just came out of nowhere. But
Hell, it was
Mr.
even the Giants at one point that was having the best winning streak before the Giants lost their game.
Yeah,
And so yeah,
I
just
mean the Reds have been a great surprise. I mean, the Marlins have 52 wins, and they're in the thick of the playoff race. And I mean,
baseball is good when the Reds are winning.
yeah,
The
well, I
Reds
mean,
when the Reds are winning, baseball is good. Yeah, even I'll say the Texas Rangers. Even when the Rangers are winning, it's good for baseball.
well, it really is. And all I can say, well, kudos to the Tigers. The Tigers threw a combined no hitter to get a combined no hitter today against the Blue Jays.
Oh,
A very good Blue
against
Jays
the Blue
lineup.
Jays of all teams
Yes.
that can hit the ball very well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
we all know the Blue Jays correct, but the Tigers combined for no hitter. They shut out the Blue Jays 2-0. The Orioles just continue to win. They beat the Twins 6-2. Um, it's tough to beat the Red Sox. You're over 500, but you're in last place.
Wow.
I mean, the whole
I mean
AL
that mean that AL East is on fire.
the whole AL East is
What's
over
that? What the
500.
Twins, Yankees.
No, that's Yankees, Blue Jays, Orioles, Rays, and Red Sox.
Yes.
But as we go to the standings, the Orioles are only 2 games back of the Rays in the division for first place. 2 games.
Wow.
And they've won 4 straight. The Rays have lost 7 in a row.
And they're still
And they're still, but they're 2 games ahead of the Orioles. But the Orioles, I mean, with all the prospects that they drafted, especially Adley Rutschman, the catcher who is the centerpiece, kind of
yeah,
like how Posey was back when Posey came back, a decade ago.
yeah.
He's been the centerpiece, and the Orioles have just gone back to their winning ways, and they're in contention for the division. The Astros are still there. You could never count out a Dusty Baker coach team. They're still there. They're 2 games back of the Rangers. So it could be a Texas showdown for the American League West Division title.
Hey, bring that shit to me, man. I would love to see Bochy and Baker go at it. I mean, two
Yeah.
former Giant coaches.
Yeah.
Great for the city. So
Whole bunch of giant nostalgia for those.
Oh my god, that would be something. That'd be good for baseball.
Yeah, I mean, but our Giants are still there. They're only 3.5 games back of the Diamondbacks.
So we're only 3 games out of first place.
Only still 3.5 games out. Right now we are a game or we are half a game behind the final wild card slot. So right now, if the season was to end today in the National League, your division winners would be the Braves, Diamondbacks, and Reds. Obviously, the Braves have the best records. They would get home field throughout the playoffs. Right now, the Dodgers, Marlins, and Phillies would be your wild card teams, with the Giants a half game behind Philly for that final spot. So the Phillies did lose today, which did help the Giants with the win to get a half game back. So if the Marlins handle business tomorrow and the Giants handle business against Colorado, then the Giants will jump back into that wild card spot, the final wild card slot in the National League. In the American
Want
League,
that? We don't want that. We don't
no.
want.
In the American League, if the season was done today, of course, the Rays, Rangers, and the Guardians. I still just want to say Chief Wahoo and call them the
Is
Indians, but it is what it is.
brother, this is our show. Ain't nobody censoring us. If you call them the fucking Indians, call them the fucking Indians. His mama named him Clay. I'ma call him Clay. Okay.
Cleveland, Texas, and Tampa, your division winners. And right now, the Orioles, Yankees, and Astros. Well, actually, technically, it's a tie for the last slot between the Yankees and the Blue Jays for the wild slot. So the first two slots will be taken by the Astros and the Orioles, and the Yankees and Blue Jays will probably play a playoff game to get the final wild card slot.
Mm.
So that's interesting to see. And plus, as we know, the trading deadline comes up in a month, so we will see what happens. A
Ooh.
lot of teams are in it, and I know the Giants will definitely be buyers.
What do we need? What do we need?
Starting pitching. Starting pitching.
You.
Because I think the bullpen is finally starting to find its form. And I think when
Well, the Roger brothers are doing very well.
Yeah. And I think when Luke Jackson returns from the IL, he will solidify.
Totally forgot about that guy.
So when he comes back, he'll solidify and, in a sense, be the setup man for the all-star Camilo Duvall. And also, shout outs to Alex Cobb. He gets the nod. He'll be also going to Seattle. So we got two representations of the Giants for the all-star game, Duvall and Cobb. He's been by far been the best starter this year. Yeah, even though Logan Webb keeps lowering the ERA when he gets started. But the only problem with Webb is it was the same problem when Kane pitched. No goddamn run support.
None at all. Don't matter who the manager is. No run support for your ace.
No, none. Never. But anyhow, switching to the main part of the show, this main part of the show is going to be basically talking about NBA free agency. So here we go. We're just going to run down the list with all the teams. So, of course, free agency started back on June the 30th, and we'll just go here. So Rudy Gay traded from the Jazz to the Hawks. DeJounte Murray signs a 4-year extension to stay in Atlanta. O'Shea Brissett signs a 2-year deal with the Celtics. And, of course, Porzingis now traded to Boston, which we'll talk about that. Yeah, which I still don't know why Boston just decided to trade Marcus Smart for Porzingis, but that remains to be seen. Cam Johnson returns to the Nets for a 4-year deal. Dennis Smith Jr. and Lonnie Walker each sign a 1-year deal with the Nets in Brooklyn. Miles Bridges signs a contract for a 1-year deal, and LaMelo Ball gets a nice multi-year extension from the Charlotte Hornets. Javon Carter, Torrey Craig, and a player I like on the Bulls, Colby White, C-O-B-Y, not K-O-B-E, Kobe.
From?
Oh, the Tar Heel? He, along with Craig and Carter, signed multi-year deals to stay in Chicago. Was kind of sad to see this, but he definitely earned it. Former Warrior Ty Jerome signs a 2-year deal to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was fantastic and solid this past season, playing for the Warriors, being huge off the bench. Hope he gets a chance to shine through in Cleveland. He definitely will be missed in the Bay Area. Damian Jones, part of the Jazz traded to Cleveland. Karis LeVert, 2-year deal, re-signing with the Cavaliers. George Yang, 3-year deal. And a shocker, Max Strus getting traded from Miami to come play with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I didn't like that the Sixers let Yang go like that.
Yeah, he was solid for Philadelphia.
And they let Paul Reed go too, which I'm very, very upset about that.
All right. So Seth Curry is a Dallas Maverick. Again. Again. Dante Exum, a 1-year deal. Rashawn Holmes, solid player for the Kings, traded from the Kings to the Mavericks. That will definitely help the Mavericks depth in the Big A. Of course, the shocker for me is Kyrie returning to the Mavericks for a 3-year deal.
Didn't see that coming, honestly.
No, neither did I. I know. I thought, I know who Laker fans wanted. They wanted him to get Kyrie, but But shockingly, he decides to go back and play with Dallas and try to run it back with Luka Doncic, which the trade initially did not pay dividends for the Mavericks as they missed out on the playoffs as they just continued to struggle.
Which they
And
were in playoff contention
they
before they
were,
got Kyrie. I mean,
yes,
they were in the top 3, top 5, at
no,
least.
they were there. I think they were the 5th seed
Oh, yeah, yeah.
because for most of that season it was between us and the Mavericks for the 5th seed in the Western Conference Finals before he ended up being the 6th seed overall, which was shocking that Dallas just continued to decline like that. Um, the the reigning champions of basketball, the Nuggets, Justin Holiday signs a
Oh,
1-year deal to go
oh,
to Denver.
they got a holiday.
Yeah, that's gonna add some much needed scoring to that bench. Reggie Jackson returns for a 2-year deal with the Nuggets, and DeAndre Jordan returns on a multi-year deal. Monte Morris traded from the Wizards to the Pistons, and Joe Harris leaving the Nets traded to Detroit.
Whoa, the Nets let go of Harris, Joe Harris,
They traded him to
Stroke.
Detroit.
Wait,
Yeah.
Stroke City, Joe
Yes.
Harris.
Yeah. Give Monty Williams a shooter in Motown, right? And for our beloved Golden State Warriors, which not shocking, Draymond Green returns to the Warriors for a 4-year deal as they try to run it back with the core.
They asshole returns to the Bay.
Yes.
Our asshole.
He is our asshole. Yes, exactly.
Right.
The veteran Corey Joseph comes to the Warriors. Dario Sarchik
Like that. I like that.
comes to the Warriors for a 1-year deal. Definitely will help the big man area. Now I still question it, but from one aspect, he will help guys like Moody and help guys like Kaminga. Even though I really don't know why they still trade. I know they want to get rid of Jordan Poole. We don't disagree with that. We're not debating that.
We talked about that.
But it's like, damn it, Chris Paul. But yes, Chris Paul is a Golden State Warrior, so that's going to be an interesting dynamic. Considering how Draymond Green said many moons ago, I don't like him. I respect him, but I don't like him. But
here's my take on CP3, and I can't remember if we had a show where we talked about
we went into details about it back on episode 95. Yes,
I'm repeating myself. I apologize, but this is just my take on Chris Paul. I believe it helps out Clay and Curry and Draymond. That offense now, you have a predominant number one controlling and running offense. That's if he starts. But I'm saying if he's even on the second squad, that Clay's always on that squad. I mean,
and Wiggins.
Kaminga thank you. So you know what I'm saying? So you will have your scoring, but that doesn't mean that Clay you don't have to have somebody out there like Draymond to run the offense, dribbling the ball. You have CP3 out there. So he brings a dynamic to where that he can control and mandate the offense, bringing the ball up court to let the offense do what it needs to do, which is set the screen, move Curry around, have Clay in a certain situation. So I believe he may not start, but I believe later on in the season he may become a starter. You know how Kerr does it. He mix matches his
rotations.
Yeah, the rotation. But the only thing I don't like about this trade is we traded a young player for somebody that can't play a full season, that's declining as the years go by, and he's not healthy, and he's not around when it's needed. He'll give you a full season possibly, but when it matters the most, he's not there in the playoffs. So, given if CP3 stays healthy, the sky's the limit for this team. I mean, they'll be right back in. I believe they'll be a top five, because CP3 is going to get those. He doesn't have to shoot. That's the thing. He just needs to be the facilitator.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have to be the scorer at all. No.
This is the one time he's on the team to where he does not have to win the situations.
Yeah.
Go somewhere like, okay, we need you. I mean, in Phoenix, they didn't need him because Book could do the thing, but he is now surrounded by superstars. This is his last chance right here. If he doesn't get it right here, I don't think he gets one at all.
He's not getting it.
This is the best chance for him to get one. And hey, it's the one that I think that CP3 deserves to have a ring. This one, the few selected players, there's no charity for a player that's been in the league that's done the right thing that gets a ring. Yeah, you have to earn it. But if there's one, there's Charles Barkley's one, AI, yada 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 yada. I know I said all Sixers, but CP3 is one of those players. If he goes down without getting one, he deserves one. And I
Yeah,
believe
he'll be up there with also Ewing and Malone and Stockton and
they that sucks that Stockton and Malone had two opportunities, but here's Aaron that said
no,
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 that ain't happening.
no. I mean,
Not
same
when
same thing. I mean, the same thing with Barkley. I mean, that Phoenix Suns team in '93 was loaded.
and well, just and here's Aaron that said, Chuck, we buddies, but fuck you. I need this title. You did so
John Paxson here hit this three.
yeah. So, but there's a lot of potential with CP3 in this trade, but me and you've been watching him play basketball these past few years long enough to know that he's like AD. He's one screen, one anything from costing you.
He is one planting his foot the wrong way from hurting himself as he did in these playoffs against
That's the proper word.
against what was it? It was against Denver. The way he came down to grab a rebound.
Did he play? I didn't think he played. Oh, was it early when he? I don't even remember him. Was it against Denver?
I believe so.
I'll take your word for it. Your memory is a little bit better than mine when it comes to this stuff.
But I'm just saying he was grabbing a rebound, and the way he came down,
yeah,
you're just like, oh crap, he might not come back for the series.
Oh, it was almost like when we saw Curry come down and and he was on the ground. It's like, oh gosh, get up, get up.
It's like that government. No,
get up.
So the Rockets have made some moves with they're in. So Dylan Brooks is a 4-year deal, leaving Memphis. Memphis stuck to their word. He's not coming back, and he goes to Houston for a 4-year
he didn't
deal.
leave Memphis. Memphis let him go. That's
Memphis told him to get out.
Well, the crazy thing about it, Memphis announced that before the season was over. The moment that they got bounced out, they were like, "Yeah, don't expect Dylan Brooks to cut." Wait a minute, we still got a full thing to go, and y'all okay? Well, I don't think they wanted the problems that he was bringing. When it was all good, he was running his mouth.
Yeah,
but when it's all bad, that's what makes you all around great player. Are you talk with the good and you talk with the bad. You accept that. That's what I like about football. You got to talk no matter what.
Oh yeah.
You get your ass on that podium and you talk.
Yeah.
You gonna get interviewed.
Or they will find you. I mean he got fined for not talking to them, but I mean it's just you have to take your lumps like a man. But anyhow, he signs a 4-year deal. Jeff Green, formerly of the Nuggets, coming up for a ring, signs a 1-year deal. Aaron Holiday signs a 1-year deal with the Rockets.
Another Holiday.
Just
knows how to do the right thing in basketball.
Jock Landale signs a 4-year deal with the Nets. And the former Santa Clara Bronco, Mr. Patty Mills.
Did you forget about Fran VanVleet signing with the Rockets?
He's the last name on the list.
Oh, you're going. Oh,
yeah. Brought to you by NBA. Brought to you by NBA.com. So Patty Mills, fan favorite, of course, Santa Clara Bronco. He comes to the Rockets from the trade from the Nets.
So he stays in Texas.
Yes. So Fred VanVleet. Actually, he was from Brooklyn. He was with the Nets the last few years.
Correct. Sorry, my apologies.
Fred VanVleet leaves Toronto to come to Houston. He signs a 3-year deal. Bruce Brown, coming off the title with the Nuggets, gets a 2-year deal from the Indiana Pacers. Obi Toppin traded from the Knicks to Indiana, but the big sign for Indiana is re-signing Tyrese Halliburton to a 5-year deal, which he earned every bit of that.
This press conference was just outstanding. Did you see it?
I did not, but I mean, I'm not surprised because that's just who the young man is.
Michigan, right?
No, Iowa State. He's a Cyclone.
I stand corrected. Thank you.
He's a Cyclone. The Clippers, as now we're talking about to the teams in the city that we don't like, or the teams that play in the city we don't like.
Are we down
We're,
now? California.
we're now down to the LA teams. Yes.
Southern
So
California. The only thing I care about LA is my family.
that aspect, yes.
Okay.
So Kenyon Martin Jr. joins the Clippers from the trade from the Rockets. Mason Plumlee returns to the Clippers.
He's still in the league?
Yeah, well, the Warriors had an interest in Mason Plumlee before he decided to come back to the Clippers. And Russell Westbrook will stay home for 2 more years to stay with the Clippers. And now to that team in purple and gold that we really don't like, those bastards. But they did make some good deals. They re-signed Hachimura, 3-year deal.
Honestly, I like that. That kid can play some hoops. That kid's a baller.
Yes. Jackson Hayes to a 2-year deal.
Huge.
Solid big man.
Solid signing.
Tyrene Prince, 1-year deal. The big sign though for them was signing Austin Reeves to a 4-year deal, which he earned every bit of that. He was fantastic. Him and Hachimura during their playoff run. Cam Reddish signs for a 2-year deal.
Taking him from New York, right? He came.
I believe. Yes. Yeah.
Getting him the Knicks. That's huge. Because he was a contributor in New York. So that's big production. Honestly, as much as I can't stand and talk about this and give them the fucking credit that I'm about to give them right now, and thank God.
Rob.
Because, hey, ever since the media then got in Pelinka's ass, I mean, the trade that he made last year, the Lakers don't get where they are if he didn't make that trade and get the talent.
You have to give Rob Pelinka all the credit in the world, and rightfully
now
so.
that he backs that up by doing this and re-signing Hachimura and Reeves and making these signings, hey, wait, they got a bench too. So they re-signed D'Angelo Russell, but here's what really is the shocker. They signed Gabe Vincent to a 3-year deal. That's huge.
Gabe Vincent, straight off of leading Miami to the conference, leading them to the finals.
That's huge.
And I mean, for Miami, losing 2 key cogs in your finals run in Strus and Vincent is going to hurt them, unless you get Damian Lillard, and we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Brother, honest, Laker fans, buckle up. Even without LeBron on the floor, I think this team can still. They can make it in the top 6.
That's feasible. That is feasible.
And I'll give them this: if the so-called king stays healthy and don't do load management, and AD doesn't become the best-selling toilet paper in the world, Charmin.
Well, we'll stop right there, because we know some portion during the season, Charmin is going to miss some games because he's Charmin.
Well, hold on. I said buckle up, Laker fans. I'm giving them hope. Okay.
Okay.
You interrupted their hope right there. Okay.
Well, good. That's my job.
It's always fuck the Lakers, man. But with this, we can't be biased all the time. We got to give credit. Hey, even I give your shitty team in Santa Clara some love.
Yes, you do.
All right, here we go. By some chance, if AD cannot wipe his own ass with Charmin toilet paper and stay healthy, okay, the Lakers can be in the top 5 and get far.
Oh, absolutely.
If bearing health. But like I said, they can still get far without AD and LeBron just by the signings and the young people that he got. This team is stacked. Darvin Ham is going to coach these boys up. And then we already said Darvin Ham was going to be a good coach.
Yes.
Jokic and the Denver Nuggets was going to beat whoever was in their way.
Without question.
It would have been
without question.
It was like the year the Lakers beat my Sixers in the finals. Whoever the Lakers played that year, were gonna dominate.
Yeah,
that was the Nuggets.
That team was that 2001 Laker team was just stacked. Yeah. Period. Hence why they went 15-1 in that run.
Exactly,
winning their second straight title.
The only loss was to Allen Iverson. Mark.
Yes.
So
who had 40 in that game, by the way.
Yeah, and I got the shoes that he stepped over Tyron.
Tyronn Lue. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I got.
yes.
Yeah. But anyway, back to buckle up. This team, the future is bright.
Oh, I agree.
Just like I feel about the Kings. The Kings are in damn good hands. Damn good hands. And now with the moves that Pelinka just made, man, like we just said with CP3, I believe it. This has to be, if it's the Warriors' time to get another championship, it has to be this next season. Because after that, these young whippersnappers is coming up, and they're good. They're good. You see what the Kings almost did to the defending champs at the time. Okay. And that's just Mike Brown. And we knew Mike Brown was going to do what he did, and he did what we thought he was going to do.
Yeah, we knew we knew he would improve the team,
but just not that fast. But
we
now
didn't know they were, we did not know they were going to be the number 3 seed
yeah.
this past season.
So
we didn't
now
know
that we see it, I don't give a damn what seed the Kings make it in. I think they can be like how the Miami Heat is. They will shock. They will not be your normal 8 seed
no
in any
no.
type of playoffs. So enjoy Laker fans. That's about the last fucking shit I will give you guys with that. But your general manager honestly did something good. You can't talk bad about him. He made a damn good trade. You ran up against the Denver Nuggets. Denver beats anybody this year. So I believe the West right now, hey, it's about to be real tough. Real tough.
Oh, absolutely.
It is not, absolutely. But it's always hard in the West. It's always hard.
It's been that way for the last decade and a half, absolutely.
But now it's about to be real fun. I know I made fun of Van Fleet making that signing with the Rockets. I thought that was just a money move. But now with on top of everything they just did, hell, the Rockets might even be in there. They might be in the running, you know. And I don't know how I feel about this in season tournament.
We will get to that after we finish running through this gauntlet.
Yes.
Of free agency. So the Grizzlies.
Real quick, my bad. I have to get that out.
No, I understand. Josh Christopher joins the Rockets from a trade. Desmond Bane, who had a fantastic postseason, got a very nice 5-year extension from the Grizzlies, getting a max deal off of his rookie deal. Derrick Rose returns to where all started. Derrick Rose returns to Memphis, and he's going to wear the number he wore when he played as a Memphis Tiger, wearing his college number of 23, as he helped lead the Tigers to the national championship game. If it wasn't for Mario Chalmers in that game tying 3-6 in overtime, it would have been him hoisting a national title, which was a hell of a game, by the way, back in 2007. Yeah. And of course, Marcus Smart being traded, going to Memphis. He will help that team mentally. He will get that team mentally ready. Him and Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart and Derrick Rose, mentally will have the Grizzlies a lot better.
Oh, they got Draymond Green 2.0 out of getting Marcus Smart. Just more of a prolific scorer than Draymond Green is. But I don't know what Boston just did right there. I believe they hurt their team more than they helped. Especially if you don't sign Jaylen Brown. We'll know they'll lock up Tatum. Tatum go get his. I don't know. I don't like it. But this is why me and you sit here and do this and we talk about it.
Yeah.
We're not wearing the suits. We're not making the big moves.
No, I mean apparently Brad Stevens saw something, so we'll see how that plays out.
And do we have any distrust in Brad Stevens?
Oh no, we don't.
That man's a genius. He's a genius.
I mean, 5 out of the last 7 years, the Boston Celtics have been in the Eastern Conference Finals, so they're doing something right. Even though we may question it. But apparently Brad Stevens said, you know what, maybe we need to tweak it just a little bit.
We might be looking at the new version of Pat Riley and Brad Stevens. Just
speaking of Pat Riley, the defending Eastern Conference champions, the Heat agreed to a deal with Thomas Bryant. Mm-hmm. Kevin Love returns to Miami for a 2-year deal. Brian signs for a 2-year deal, and Josh Richardson for a 2-year deal. But of course, the question remains: will Dame end up in South Beach? Because as it has been, Dame's agent has said, I'm telling you right now, You're trading for an angry, disgruntled player. I wouldn't advise it. His sight is set on one destination, and that destination is Miami, Florida. The only question is, and of course, as we always say on this show, and Mizzle and I have been saying this for years, you don't give up the farm from one guy. I don't care what sport you're in.
I think we've been saying that since high school.
Yeah, and believe and, and believe me, having a trio of Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and Damian Lillard can do some major damage.
But yeah, but what are you giving up just to get that to
But
make that happen?
but I don't want to give up Tyler Hero. I
No,
don't want to give up Duncan Robinson.
no.
Okay. I've already lost Struess and Vincent, two key cogs that helped me get to the finals this past season before losing to Denver in 5 games. Okay, because that's shooting off the bench that I would have to give up, and that's points off the bench I would have to give up in Robinson and Hero if they have to be a part of the deal. Which
Come on
I
now.
know Portland is going to want something back
Oh, it's
because
gonna be a ransom.
obviously,
It's gonna be
because
a
ob-
ransom.
because obviously Dame is you cannot replace a Dame Lillard with just getting one guy. You just can't with his tremendous talent and what he has meant to the Pacific Northwest. And we'll just see what happens. For the Bucks were busy this offseason. Um, Malik Beasley signs the Bucks for a 1 year deal. Jay Crowder returns to Milwaukee for a 1 year deal. AJ Green agrees to a deal with the Bucks. The Lopez twins stay in Milwaukee.
Back together.
Back together again.
Every product.
Brooke on a 2 year deal. Robin, I think, a 1 year deal. And
Yes,
the big factor, Chris Middleton, who opted to be a free agent, but returns to Milwaukee for a 3 year deal. So
I like it.
Milwaukee still in the thick of things in the East. It will definitely be a contender again, um, with a new head coach, mind you. So the Timberwolves, Troy Brown agrees to a deal. Kelly Alexander Walker returns on a 2 year deal. Mr. Edwards, not surprising, getting a max deal, a 5 year deal extension. And one that hurts Mizzle's heart, Shake Milton signing a 2 year deal with the T Wolves. As you see, he's hurt by this because he really has nothing to say. The Pelicans, Herb Jones signs a 4 year deal. EJ Little, 3 year deal. Cody Zeller, 1 year deal with the Pelicans. The Knicks only make one move. The one season Dante DiVincenzo spends with the Warriors gets him a nice contract for him. 4 year deal for the Knicks worth $50 million. He was solid and fantastic off the bench for the Warriors.
For him.
He'll definitely be missed. Davis Bertrand is traded from the Mavs to the Thunder. Victor Oladipo goes back to OKC, trading from Miami, and Jack White is a 2 year deal with OKC. For Orlando, the Magic, Moritz Wagner returns for a 2 year deal, and Joe Ingles signs a 2 year deal in Orlando. Joe Ingles can still shoot, folks. I'm just saying.
Lefty.
And speaking of Mizzle's beloved Philadelphia 76ers, here we go. Okay, so when he sent me this text message, he's like, really? Patrick Beverly? Really? To which, again, Philadelphia is known to be a city of defense. So if you can be that defender,
We don't need that shenanigan shit from him.
yes.
That is not, excuse me, that is not needed.
But Philadelphia will let him know how they feel if he does that crap. As we said, playing in Chicago is different. Playing in LA is different. But playing in Philadelphia, playing in Philly, if you don't bring the ruckus,
You get booed.
you will hear the passion that is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm just telling you.
And it's so bad that they do that shit to you in public.
Oh, yeah, they don't care.
You're too fucked.
They do not care. And they'll even call out your mama. They'll call out your grandmother. They don't care.
Well, I won't do that, but I'm part of that crazy fan.
No. Again, this is the same fan base that booed Santa Claus. Do I need to say anything else?
No, well, they also booed Ashanti and Ja Rule.
That they did. That they did. Mo Bamba, a 1 year deal with the Sixers, and Montrezl Harrell, 1 year deal to return to Philadelphia,
I
which
like the Harold. I like the Harold resigning. He gave us nice.
to which I still don't know why they did not utilize Montrezl Harrell in the playoffs against the Boston Celtics. That I will that's just something that still boggles my mind. But then again, Doc Rivers is not there anymore, and Doc Rivers is still trying to find his voice again. It's not Blake's fault. It's not his fault. Anyhow, the Sixers, the Suns, very busy in the Valley of the Sun. So Damian Lee returns for a 1 year deal. Chidozie Metu 1 year deal. Josh Okogie returns for a 2 year deal. Utah Watanabe 1 year deal. Drew Eubanks a 2 year deal. Keita Bates Diop 2 year deal. Eric Gordon signs a deal with the Suns to give him some nice shooting and scoring off the bench. But of course, the big deal for the Suns, getting Bradley Beal, Jordan Gooden, and Isaiah Todd in a 3-team trade with the Wizards and the Pacers. Bradley Beal finally gets free from Washington. And oh, by the way, Bradley Beal gets to join Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And if he decides to get his mind right, DeAndre Ayton. So, um, new coach in Phoenix as Frank Vogel now runs the keys in Phoenix, Arizona. And we will see how this goes. But
Really let Monty Williams go for that.
But it's now or never for the Phoenix Suns. And it is going to be weird not hearing the legendary Al McCoy call Suns games this season, but the man is 90 years old and he has been calling Suns games since their inception, and he's done it at a very, very high level. One of the all-time great radio play-by-play men. He's right there with Chick Hearn and Johnny Most and Mr. Tim Royal, and of course, in my opinion, the greatest radio play-by-play announcer of all time, the great Bill King, who
Damn
did
right.
all three sports at the same damn time
Damn right. You damn right. Holy Toledo.
for 3 different decades. But
Toledo.
the Suns definitely busy. Portland, Jeremy Grant returns on a 5 year deal to come back to Portland, and Matisse Thybulle returns on a 3 year deal for the Blazers. And speaking of the Kings, Chris Duarte in the trade from the Pacers comes to Sacramento. Alex Lynn returns for a 1 year deal. Trey Lyles returns for a 2 year deal. Diamantis Sabonis gets an extension, rightfully earned. Yes, Vivek Randande is paying the man. And Sasha Veniskov, the Euro MVP, signs a 3 year deal with Sacramento. So the Kings obviously busy as Mike Brown trying to put it together in year 2. And one of the best organizations ran in all of sports, the San Antonio Fundamentals. In addition to adding Wamba, Reggie Bullock, trade from the Mavericks and Celtics to come to San Antonio. Julian Cunningham returns with a 4 year deal to San Antonio. Trey Jones, a 2 year deal. C.D. Osman and Lamar Stevens off the trade with the Cavs Needs comes to San Antonio. And Sandro, I am not even going to try to pronounce this last name, but it is spelled MaukeyLasHVILI, signs a 2 year deal with San Antonio. And of course, just announced today, and rightfully so, because he should be the highest paid coach in the NBA. The great Greg Popovich signs a 5 year extension to stay in San Antonio. Rightfully so, and rightfully earned. The Raptors, Jalen McDaniels, 2 year deal. Jacob Pulte, 4 year deal. And Dennis Schroeder comes to Canada for a 2 year deal. For the Jazz, Jordan Clarkson, 3 year extension by the Jazz. John Collins traded from Atlanta to Utah. That was part of the Rudy Gay trade. And Paul Reed signs a 3 year offer sheet with Utah. And the Wizards, of course, Gallinari, Muscala, and Tyrese Jones, part of that trade with the Celtics Grizzlies, of course, involving Marcus Smart and Kristaps Porzingis. Kyle Kuzma returns to a 4 year deal to stay in Washington. Landry Shamet, part of the team, part of the trade of the Bradley Beal trade, comes to the Wizards. And of course, Ryan Rollins. And sad to see him be a part of this trade because I really do like Patrick Baldwin Jr., but now he might get the chance to get some PT regularly in DC. And of course, Jordan Poole, who looked unhappy in his picture
Yeah.
in a Wizards uniform, part of the trade.
Patrick Baldwin was part of the pool trade.
Unfortunately, yes, which hurts because, like I said, I really liked him, and I hope he was going to be part of the future, but he's not.
That hurts.
But in that, the Warriors got to have a prospect that really interests me, which is, of course, Dale Davis's son that played at Indiana. And of
Yeah.
course, if you do not know who Dale Davis is, he was part of that tremendous front court with Antonio Davis and Rick Spitz in those great late 90 Indiana Pacers teams that always was
Shoot
contending
the ball.
to get to the finals. If you know anything about Dale Davis played defense, and his son was the same way as the Indiana Hoosier. So that is your complete latest edition of what gone on in NBA free agency.
Yes.
Um, Very interesting to see how all this plays out.
Yeah.
And of course, you got Summer League going on,
Oh,
and now
I like what I'm seeing so far.
well, the rookie from the Warriors had a solid game against the Hornets.
Okay.
Definitely will be something to look forward to the Santa Clara Rocco. So now we can talk about this because I know you've been wanting to get at it for a minute, and I wish our friend of the program and colleague was here. So, an in-season tournament coming in this season, and the championship game and that tournament will be held here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I might have to
With,
come.
with the championship game being on December the 9th. Okay. I,
Go ahead. Tell us how you feel. Go ahead. Tell the people how you feel.
why?
Does it make sense? What's the point of it?
What was okay? What does it solidify you being a in-season tournament champion? Do you get a ring? Do you get a banner? Do you get a trophy? Because if it's not the Larry, aka the Larry O'Brien Trophy, if it's not that, I don't want no participation. First half champion, yay! We won the tournament, yay! No, because the ultimate goal is you want that gold trophy with the Nets called the Larry O'Brien Trophy. That's the trophy you want, not the Magic Johnson Western Conference Trophy, not the Larry Bird Eastern Conference Trophy. You don't want that. You want the Larry O'Brien Trophy. That's what you play for. Okay. You don't hear people in the NFL saying, I want to play for the George Halas Trophy. I want to play for the George Halas Trophy and the Lamar Hunt Trophy. Okay, yes. As I always say, before you get to even think about hoisting Lombardi, yes, you got to get the Halas and the Hunt Trophy first. But
There's still a goal.
Anyone that has a desire to play in the NFL is not talking about, yeah, I want to get the George Halas Trophy, or I want to get the no, I want Lombardi, damn it. That's what I want. Give me the silver stand with the football and the NFL logo that says the Vince Lombardi Trophy. That's what I want.
I don't understand what's the point of this.
Neither do I.
I think they Sports Center said something that the regular games add up to something, but the championship game doesn't. And the winner, each player gets $500,000, something like that.
Okay, so
Do you have the rules? What's within
the difference here in the in-season tournament is it's designed to rev up the regular season,
okay.
and therefore diffuse the notion of the games not being particularly meaningful. The last part of it is a fallacy. Teams must obviously win games to reach the playoffs, and only the top six in each conference are guaranteed spots, with four to follow from the play-in tournament. The in-season tournament adds a touch to more incentive to win, particularly in the early stages of the season, and especially given the chance of a financial payoff. As you just mentioned, 500,000, $500,000 to each player on the tournament champion, and a nice chunk for 48 minutes of overtime work. And because the tournament games are baked into the schedule, there's not much of an inconvenience for teams. The last two teams standing and vying for the NBA Cup will only play one additional game, which won't count in the standings. And again, we'll do so with a jackpot at stake.
Interesting. I don't. I still don't understand it.
Neither do I. And I mean, my enjoyment level of NBA basketball has really dwindled over the years because it's just too much flopping and too much wanting to,
Well,
hey, let's get together and be buddies and play on a team. And
now you're getting fined for flopping now.
yes, which they should have been doing that years ago. Brought to you by Vladi Divac and the Vladi Divac School of Flopping.
Yes. Yes.
But
maybe I guess they're trying to give us more basketball, which I'm for it, but don't abuse these guys.
yeah, because I mean, it's okay. You're trying to. I don't know if they're trying to get rid of load management, but load management has been an issue. Uh, they're trying not to get teams to tank, which okay, I get it. You don't want teams to tank.
Yeah.
But I I just think an in-season tournament might just mess up the flow of the season. That's just
I agree.
That's my take on it. Um I just I don't know because again, if you win the in-season tournament, like I just previously just said, are you going to get a banner?
What
Are
does
you
it?
going to get a trophy?
What does it mean?
Are they going to get a ring out of this? Yeah, in-season championship ring. Yeah,
Does it mean seeding? I mean, I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
understand what's the purpose of this in season tournament. What is it?
Yeah. I mean, does that does that that's a very good question. Does that help towards your seating in the actual playoffs? Because of course, as you know, first six automatically are in the playoffs, and then 7 through 10, that's your
Playing.
buy-in. You're buying for the playing tournament.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't
But
either.
that you know
I don't either.
that
I don't get it either. And
that
maybe
that
I guess
that
we're just gonna have to sit here because it's almost like what they also said they're trying to do it like the what does the WNBA have? The Commissioner's Cup or something like
yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I believe that's what they're doing with, but there's no I don't think there's no change in the WNBA for that, right?
I don't believe so.
So I don't know. I don't know what the NBA is trying to do. I guess that's what we're going to sit here and watch and figure out.
It's something
I
I
don't know.
don't. Now let's see what we're trying to find here. Give me, give me, give me some news. I was trying to find the date because I know there's a certain date that NFL players have to sign their franchise tag. I was trying to find what the date.
17th.
Okay, so they have until next Monday. Okay.
Yes, it's coming near, and I'm getting nervous for Josh Jacobs and the Raiders because I believe that he will sit out.
Which, we don't have to go through the whole story of what this does for running backs because historically speaking, when running backs have held out, it has not worked in their favor.
Yep.
And of course, the last example I can use of that is Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell took about himself. The Jets tried to give him money, and now he's not even playing in the league. Which I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets are still paying him, like the Mets are still paying Bobby Bonilla every July 1st on Bobby Bonilla Day. And
that what like 20 years ago or something like that.
yeah, well, not only that, not only does he get 1.19 million dollars from the Mets, he still gets 500,000 from the Orioles. So Bobby Bonilla gets 1.5 million from
Bro,
the Mets
about this.
and the Orioles combined.
When July 1st hits, right? He can get that money.
Yes.
He can blow through that a whole year.
because he's gonna get it again next year.
Basic with another man. Whoever his agent is, man. Whew,
Yeah,
whew.
yeah.
Well, just like Allen Iverson's agent, I believe in a few years, I think Reebok has to pay Iverson like 55 million or something like that, or something to where Iverson is about to get paid here pretty soon from somebody. But Bobby Bonilla, man, Jesus, his he should just give his agent. It should rotate to his agent every other year. Like he
Be
get
like, thank you.
it, that's how that should go, bro. You brokered this, bro, like for like 5 years, like or maybe like 5 years. Not like every year, but for like 5 years, something should go to that agent's bank account because who negotiated that and what owner agreed to that?
Hey, you got me. You got me. You got me. But hey, later on this month, actually, that's actually let me try to give the exact dates because we do like to be exact on this show. No, I want to change the site. Damn, let me change the
We're
site.
almost done with this year already. We're
Was that,
we're almost done with this year already. We're damn we're
bro?
damn your birthday.
We're in July. It has gone by two. Heck,
No, we're 5 months away from your birthday.
well, heck, both our birthdays are right around the goddamn corner, which is freaking insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But actually, it'll be your wife's birthday before you or I, so she goes first.
Like I say, I always respect my elders.
All right, so I was trying to. I think I have found it here. Is that it? Yes, it is. It okay. So going to cbssports.com. So here we go. So for those that are that have questions. So as far as reporting for training camp, and we're just going to go through all 32 teams in the NFL. Cardinals, that's rookies and veterans. They report July 25th. For the Falcons, rookies on July 18th, veterans July 25th. Same with the Ravens, same with the Bills. The Panthers, Bears, Bengals, rookies on July 22nd, veterans on July 25th. For the Browns, rookies July 19th, veterans July 21st. The Cowboys, everybody reports by July 25th. The Broncos and the Lions, rookies on the 19th, veterans on the 25th for the Broncos, the 22nd for the Lions. For the Packers, rookies on the 21st, 25th for the veterans. The Colts and Texans both all on July 25th. Jaguars, rookies on July 21st, veterans July 25th. The Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions, the 18th for the rookies, 22nd for the veterans. Mizzle's beloved Raiders, July 20th for the rookies and the veterans on the 25th. The Inglewood Chargers, 18th of July for the rookies, the 25th of July for the veterans. And for the Inglewood Rams, all on the 25th.
Oh, we're not separating nobody. You all at one time.
One time. Dolphins, rookies on the 18th, veterans on the 25th. Vikings, rookies on the 23rd, veterans on the 25th. The Patriots, rookies on the 21st, veterans on the 25th. Saints, rookies on the 18th, veterans on the 25th. The East Rutherford Giants, rookies on the 18th, veterans on the 25th. The Jets of East Rutherford, everybody by July 29th. The Eagles, the defending NFC champions, everybody on the 25th. The one of the best organizations ran in professional sports, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Rooney family. Everybody by July 26th.
That's how it should be done.
My beloved Santa Clara 49ers, the 18th for the rookies, the 25th for the veterans. The
Oh, we
Seahawks, everybody needs to be in Washington on July 25th. For the Buccaneers, rookies the 24th, the veterans the 25th. Tennessee Titans, the rookies 22nd, veterans 25th. And the Landover Commanders, rookies on the 21st, veterans on the 25th. And of course, the very first Monday Night Football game will be the first preseason game of the year. The Hall of Fame game on August the 3rd will feature the East Rutherford Jets and the Cleveland Browns in Canton, Ohio. Of course, the Browns and the Jets forever joined at the hip, as it was the very first Monday Night Football game back in 1970. And Joe Willie Namath won LA.
Well, Nelly.
But yeah, those are the dates for training camp. And also today on CBS, it's the return of the Big Three. Big Three basketball makes its return on CBS starting today.
Maybe I can catch it on TV. We are less than a month away from somebody hitting somebody. I don't give a damn if it's preseason. This is my time to scout, look, observe, and see. Yeah, all that was in one.
Absolutely. So there is three games on the 9th of July.
Happy anniversary to our parents.
Yes, yes. So week 3 will be in Barclays Center for the Big Three.
So do you have any interest in going?
If they come out to Vegas, I would like to go check it out. Yes, absolutely.
I was talking about the in-season basketball tournament, since it's going to be.
If the tickets are not expensive, then yes, I would like to go check this out. But if you're wanting an arm and a leg for an in-season tournament that don't mean crap, then screw you. No.
I mean, give me another chance to see my Sixers close. Yeah, I'll take that.
I don't doubt that.
I'll take that. And if it's on the if it happens to fall on the weekend that I'm off, wait a minute. It starts. Did it say it starts November 5th?
No, December. December 9th is the tournament. I think it's no the playing tournament's over 2 days, the 7th and the 9th, with the 9th being the championship game, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I'm trying to look at tickets.
I won't. Are they selling? They won't be selling them already, would they?
No, I'm talking about Big Three tickets.
Ooh. Ooh. You know, bring on more basketball. Whatever. Bring on more basketball. Bring on more boxing. Just guide me through to the NFL gets here, to where my comfortability as a sports fan is at my more relaxed when football season's around. I don't know why. Maybe because I look forward to Sundays a lot more. You know, now we got more than just Sunday. We got Sunday, Monday, then we got
Thursday
a game. We got Thursday night.
a Black Friday game coming up this year.
We got Saturday games.
Yes.
So football is just yeah, that's where peace.
Well, you missed one heck of a fight tonight on Showtime, which Boots Ennis.
Do they have a replay, right?
Yes, yes. But Boots Ennis showing why he might be the next man to take over the welterweight division with his performance tonight over Roy Bonvilla with a 10th round knockout, to which Villa was taking some tremendous shots, and I don't know how in the heck he did not go down until the 10th round. But Jerron Boots Ennis showing he's got tremendous quick hands, a tremendous counterpuncher, and just can land the left hook with ease, as he did. And of course, we have the first episode of Spence Crawford All Access.
Ooh, yep, that's what I'm gonna put on when we're done here. That's that on in the background and listen to that.
Yeah, that was
well, I can't order it yet. I've been looking the way to try to order it, and they didn't let me do that.
Also, if I may make a plea to the public, if you have not checked out the Andre Ward documentary on Showtime,
Oh yeah, please do.
do yourself a service and watch that. That is just a
Please do.
fantastic documentary talking about one of Oakland's sons and one of Oakland's royalty, and one of the
So
best
Jimmy,
married athletes to do it of all time, which culminates with his journey to the International Boxing Hall of Fame, which actually sucks though because he was one of the layoffs on ESPN, which obviously enough the Jared Anderson fight.
Showtime, Showtime signed Max Kellerman right now and Andre Ward right now.
Yeah, it's not right now because I. So you mean to tell me ESPN you'd rather keep Timothy Bradley than
Oh
Andre
my
Ward?
God, I can't stand that talkative son of a bitch. I'm sorry. Yeah, that flowed out my mouth right about now. Yeah, that little shit talks too fucking much, and he talks when there's no need to be talking. Like, dude, stick to boxing, bro. That's what you're here to. We don't. Nobody want to hear about this other. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Which sucks because he's very knowledgeable when it comes to the sport. He really is.
Well,
But
stick to that shit, man.
but damn it. Here's what we don't need. Jim,
I'm gonna go make a sandwich real quick while he's here doing.
this fight here, Jim, reminds me you can take a nap when Larry Merchant is being Larry Merchant.
Bruh, here, look at the camera. Jim,
And pose for about 5 minutes before he says his second thought.
I'm here to watch the fight. I just took a nap, bro. What happened? Like he had narcolepsy or something. The hell?
But it was funny how George Foreman used to get on him when George Foreman was on HBO broadcasting fights. And then it went from him to the late, great Emmanuel Stewart.
Man, they have some classics on there, man.
Yes, they did. Yes,
But
they did.
now, if they want to take it to another level, you go get Max Kellerman because I can listen to Max talk boxing. Matter of fact, he can do a podcast. I listen to
yeah.
every
Oh
day.
man, I'm trying to tell you, Max Kellerman talking about boxing is good for my needs. It is good for my ears.
Therapeutic. It's therapeutic.
Very, very therapeutic. Just like Charles Davis talking football is very therapeutic.
When it's Charles Davis and who's the other guy? Who's my other guy? Charles
Louis
Davis.
Riddick.
Huh?
Louis Riddick.
Hey man. If they didn't sign Bolton, okay, never mind. I was about to call Dave Ziegler a bozo because he ain't signed Josh Jacobs yet.
Well, like I said,
if they didn't sign Ziegler, I'd have took Louis Riddick as a GM. Hands down, the man knows football.
You've been on record to say that. And it's not saying that I boycott ESPN. Because like I said, the only thing really I watch on ESPN is either actual games that are being played.
Oh, they fired Tony Kornheiser and Wilbon. I'm done with them.
Oh yeah.
I don't
you let
Monday Night Football. Maybe Monday Night Football. Well, no, I'll take that back. I will watch Monday Night Football. But
like I said, unless it's actual college basketball, college football, NFL, NBA, NHL.
Well, yeah, because
or college, if it's not an actual game being broadcasted,
yeah.
Like I said, other than Scott Van Pelt, I could not tell you the last time I actually watched a full episode of SportsCenter. I couldn't tell you.
I can't say that I would boycott ESPN because they do broadcast Florida State.
Yeah. No,
broadcast
North Carolina. Like as far as like watching actual programming, if it's not a 30 for 30 that I'm interested in, or if it's not the reason why, or if it's not the motivation of why we do this show, which is part of the interruption.
Yeah.
If it's not one of those three things, I have no reason to watch ESPN because the people I grew up with, you let them go. Well, how dare you slap Susie Colbert in the face? I mean, Susie Colbert, along with Keith Olbermann and the late great Stuart Scott, rest in
pillar.
peace.
Is a pillar to ESPN.
She
Who started to she was one of the originals of the commercials when they started doing the ESPN commercials.
She, along with Stuart Scott and Keith Olbermann, built ESPN2, The Deuce. It was those three: Susie, Stuart, and KO.
Until they brought over, till they put Cold Pizza on there.
Yeah, they built up ESPN2. Yeah. They were the foundation of ESPN2.
The pillars. Straight up.
No. Okay.
They fired Kornheiser and Wilbon, and I'm done.
I'm done. Okay.
What you the other day, or was it the other day? Just so happened to want to watch Sports Center because I miss a lot of stuff because either I'm sleeping or I'm at work. So I want to catch a couple of things. And who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
Done. But they won't fire. I'll be shocked if they fire Stephen A. Smith. Even though he put that tweet out talking about even his job is on the line. Negro, I just read your book. You good.
Yeah.
You good.
I mean, ESPN will take a major dip if they let go Stephen A. Smith. I'm just saying. The only person that I agree with not letting Chris Berman do what he does for NFL on ESPN was Susie Colbert. That was the only substitute that I would accept because, like I said, Susie has paid her dues and she's put in the time.
And she knows her shit.
And she knows her stuff. She's been doing it for a minute. I mean, heck, I hope NFL Network signs her. If she doesn't, I hope she goes to the network.
But I'm even shocked that they let go one of their top college guys.
Yeah, Tom McShay. I'm like, really?
That's shocking.
That's one of your draft guys.
I was like, wow, that's one of your top college guys right there.
Which means they're paying Mel Kiper. They must be paying Mel Kiper Jr. a lavish thing of money to do what he does.
Bro, how long we've been watching Pat Riley 3.0? Come on, how long? He's been
doing this as long as we've been living.
Brother, I've been watching Todd McShay since I've been my son's age. Matter of fact, my youngest son, who is 11, that's how long I've been watching.
Well, I'll say this. If they put Tom Luginbill in Tom McShay's spot, that's not bad because I do like Tom Luginbill as well.
Well, hell, here's the thing: you fired everybody else, but you still got Booger McFarland as on your staff. I mean, really, you let go of Todd McShay and you got Booger McFarland. Why is Booger still signed? I'm done. They fired Steve Young.
I know. And I mean, Steve Young has been there forever. Which don't get me wrong, I like what Alex Smith brought to the panel, along with RG3, but there's no Steve Young.
I know, right? You know why?
I know.
It's exactly.
Yeah, I know. They
name right now. They're not wanting too much. They're not high class. Yeah. They're not Steve. They're not Steve Young.
Not Steve Young.
Not Steve Young.
Now that's not saying Steve Young is hurting for money because Steve Young has his own law firm. Come on, he's a freaking lawyer. Steve Young is not hurting for money, but
he's probably just doing that just to be on TV.
But it's great to have Steve Young's dynamic talking about NFL and talking about quarterbacking, and of course, one of his great sound bites on one Monday Night Football when it was the Eagles, not the Eagles, it was the Giants and the Lions, and he literally said at halftime, Eli Manning needs to stop patting the football, which I still have saved on one of my Snapchats, to which, again, as we always talk about, rule number 1 in quarterbacking, damn it, don't do the Eli, which is, damn it, as our little big brother would say, don't pat the ball. That's what he would say.
I mean, when I played quarterback, I didn't pat the ball.
No, you don't. You don't pat the ball.
I didn't pat the ball.
Otherwise, you'll end up like Mark Sanchez.
I mean, you hold it, you look for your target,
Yeah, you look
find
for
your target,
possessions. Yes,
you load and throw. That's why it was a damn fumble in New England.
but you don't sit there and you do this. You don't do that.
That's why it was a fumble in New England.
Yes, that's why he literally ran into somebody's ass and the ball came out. I
Oh,
mean, if you
so we're talking about those former Trojan players, huh? You talk about Mark Sanchez running up the
well,
buttocks.
I'm just saying. I mean, you got Mark Sanchez running into asses and fumbling the ball. You got Sam Darnold saying, "I see ghosts." Really? You're saying really? You're seeing ghosts?
And that's when I looked at Dan and said, he went to your college that you like. I mean, we might steal crab legs, but we ain't telling nobody on national TV that we both on the football field. We walk out.
Oh, you went, Jameis. I'm done. Um, but sadly, there was a tragic passing in the world of the WNBA, which was quite shocking.
51 years old.
51, yes. Uh,
I don't care what nobody's. I know death is it happens, but 51 is young, and anybody that's a teenager, a baby that ain't made it past. There's, you know what? There's not enough. There's never a right age to die. Just forget it.
correct,
Hey,
correct.
throw that out there.
But
Just
Nikki McRae Penson, who was part of the WNBA, played for the Washington Mystics most mainly, but was a tremendous lockdown defender under the legendary late great Pat Summitt at Tennessee, playing for the legendary Lady Volunteers. Passed away. She was coaching at Mississippi State last check, but she passed away at the age of 51. So certainly prayers to her and family and the WNBA family, because of course, you know, your community is, you know, it's that. Also, wanted to pay a tribute to former Cardinals head coach and longtime defensive coordinator in this league, Vince Tobin, who passed away at the age of 79. Vince Tobin forever will be the first coach in the Arizona history of the Cardinals football franchise to be the first head coach that led the Cardinals to their first playoff berth and their first win since they moved to the desert back in 1988. Of course, Vince Tobin was the head coach of the 1998 Arizona Cardinals that got to the playoffs. And not only that, they upset the Cowboys in Irving before they were thrashed by the great 1998 Minnesota Vikings team. But also wanted to pay homage to Vince Tobin, former head coach and former. He'll forever be known as the defensive coordinator that took over after Buddy Ryan left the Bears to become the head coach of the Eagles, and of course became the first head coach to give the Cardinals franchise their first win in Arizona history.
Are you sure they wasn't the Phoenix Cardinals at that time?
Well, they were the Phoenix Cardinals from, well, technically, when I didn't know no better, technically they were the Tempe Cardinals because they played at old Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona from 88 to,
I say, you know, we get technical around here, so you
yeah,
should
we
Cardinals.
so technically from 1988 to 2006 when the stadium first opened, they were
That's
known
right.
as,
They were the Tempe Cardinals at one.
yeah, Sun Devil Stadium is located in Tempe, Arizona.
Take us back. Take us old heads back a little bit. Okay.
To which those bleachers in that stadium would melt your ass because they were so damn hot trying to sit on those damn things because they were actually
Hell,
bleacher
like how
bleacher seats.
it's almost just how your team stadium is built, right? In the damn sun. You can't hide from that shit. And you mix it with heat.
Okay, we don't need to go into a whole thing of how just Gene's Stadium at Great America was just the architectural. It was just crap
Well, brother.
because if you okay, if you ever go to Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, do everything you possibly can not to sit on the opposing team's sideline because you will bake in the sun. So if you're going to do that, you better drink plenty of water and have a nice towel wrapped around your head cold because you're going to feel that sun regardless. Now, fortunately for me, when I sat on that side of the field, it was during the winter and there was a nice chilly breeze, so the sun wasn't much of a factor. But August, September into early October, when normally the Indian summers hit San Francisco, no, you don't want to sit in that in the sun. No.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Correct yourself. You said San Francisco.
No, I said when it gets the Indian summer in San Francisco, like how some like some. But
Oh, okay. 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 All right.
what I
Gotcha.
was saying was in Santa Clara, the first couple of months, September, October, it gets a little bit warm.
I got you. I heard
It's
San Francisco and you talk about your team, and I'm like, hold on, don't you do that.
okay. You know damn well I know they are the Santa Clara 49ers. We don't need to discuss that. But anyhow, wanted to pay tribute to those guys.
Yeah. Good.
Also, congratulations to the Birmingham Stallions repeating as USFL champions. I
Ooh.
might have mentioned that on the last show if I didn't. Congratulations to them. Um, I mean, the All Star game is coming. Home Run Derby is on Monday,
Ooh.
Is a fantastic field.
Listen
But
to it. I won't be able to see it, but I think I'll listen to it.
I'm going to say that I think Pete Alonso will win it again because he just seems to be built for that kind of competition. And he is a former two-time champion, so he might be joining George Kenneth Griffey Jr. as the only other three-time home run derby champion.
Next to Barry Bonds, the next swing in baseball. I
To
mean,
which Barry Bonds is also a former home run derby champion, beating Mark McGwire, no, mind you.
oh, one guy that needed steroids and one guy that didn't need steroids.
And well, here's the thing: when Barry beat McGwire, Barry wasn't on the juice.
So,
Barry was still a skinny Barry.
you know what I'm saying?
But
Best side in
that's
baseball.
but we don't need to go into that history lesson. But anyhow, um, we thank you for watching episode 96 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. Um,
Up there.
like I said, we will really go into high gear during football season. So you'll be seeing multiple shows, and
Live shows too.
definitely during the football season we will be okay, we'll just say like this. On weekends that Mizzle is off, we definitely will be live on the IG page during the NFL season.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. There would be a lot of Tequila, Michelob Ultra float on that day. Yes, sir.
And perhaps a whole lot of F this and F that.
You
So
must be talking about when my team is playing.
no, because I said sometimes I
Oh, you're talking about from both of us watching our
oh
team.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Is
yeah.
it, especially if Kyle Shanahan makes a very dumb decision, like not
Like stop
sticking to the
running the
run
ball.
game, like not sticking to the run. I'm like Shanahan with what are you doing, Kyle? Come on, Kyle, no. Like you have a three hit. We will do our NFL preview show real soon.
Oh, it's coming.
Uh, maybe even have a panel. We don't know yet, but
I think we might need a panel.
we are we are getting that close to the NFL season. But anyhow, it is 2:06 in the morning. Do you know where your children are, America?
Yeah. Mine is in the room doing either music
Eats.
or yelling at his friends or whatever. And the other one is upstairs, I think sleep. And the oldest, she's grown.
Yeah. I'm still not over that. Dadgummit.
Well, what year are we in?
I know. I know. I know.
That's
I
crazy.
know.
I can never not know her age because it falls on every year that we're in. So
Yeah.
2000 baby.
Yes. Yes. Anyhow, again, we always say thank you to our subscribers, thank you to our followers on our Instagram page. Again, like, share, comment, whatever subject you want us to talk about. Don't be afraid to let us know. And like I said, heck, you might be able to come on the show and express yourself.
It doesn't
Anyhow,
even have to be on sports
yeah, it does not have to be on
platform.
sports. So whatever platform you want to express your concerns about, we will let you
Woo!
express on that platform.
Do you know how we are wait, we are damn near 3 weeks away from the fight of the year.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Spence and Crawford on the 29th here in Las Vegas on Showtime pay-per-view, and it's only going to get better. Get better indeed.
Might go live.
Might go live, you never know. You
There will be
never,
a
never
shit ton
know.
of people in my house, but you never know.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
Hey,
Well, joining joining us on the late
wait,
night
wait,
edition.
let me say this. Let me say this real quick. This is almost like when the movie ends, you got the ending credits, and you're walking out of the movie theater, and that one credit pop up, and you're like, "Oh shit! I didn't know that movie had this.
Yeah.
This is it."
Well, our
Again,
good friend of the program, Mr. Dugan, arrives
hey,
just in the nick of
always wait.
time.
I always got time for my brother, man. And
Yes, 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 yes.
the question that we want to ask you, right? Ask playing tournament in the end.
Yes. Yes.
It's funny because I was gonna text y'all about that. I kind of read up on it, and I think I'm just gonna have to be wait and see because I'm just looking at
Facts.
this
Facts.
like what if I'm a player? What is the point of this? You can't. I mean, unless you say I'm winning $5 million, these guys,
It's
most of these guys,
half a million, but yeah,
okay, most of these guys, I hate to say, even the bench. I mean, if you the ninth and 10th man, okay, that's some money. But the rest of these guys,
the whole team gets half a million. It doesn't matter if you're the bench player or not. Everybody gets half a million.
okay. But like I said, that's the ninth and 10th player. But if I'm like if I'm the starter, I'm probably already making more than half a million.
Probably.
What
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
doubt that.
Well, the
top
starters are already making half a million for sure.
that's what I said. Top six, if you're really good, top six, top seven, you're already making more than that. What is my incentive to play in this tournament? Now, I guess because it's regular season games, and so they're kind of making it like, yeah, it's a regular season game, but it also counts for the tournament. Yeah, that's the only way. And it's like, well, I'm just really doing this regular season game so I can get into actual playoff and do everything else. These guys don't even want to play in the All-Star game. You really think they give a fuck about this goddamn tournament?
They don't even want to play in regular season games.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, I'm like, so, oh, okay. All right, Adam. I know you want to do your soccer thing, so yeah, I'll wait and see. I used to be a critic of the All Star game, how it was ran. I don't knock it. It's not bad. It's still kind of the same thing. We wait till the fourth quarter, but there's some intriguing stuff into it. So I won't knock it. I definitely was not a fan of the playing thing, but I have to admit, it is pretty good. It does keep teams a little bit more competitive to play. So, all right, Adam, I'm gonna just wait and see.
So, Steve, let me ask you this. As far as free agency goes, what shocked you? And what signings kind of make you scratch your head?
As I do right now.
Porzingis, I think right now, if anything right now that Porzingis, and granted, maybe if he is healthy, maybe this will be something. But I'm just like Boston. Why? I don't see it yet. And maybe like I said, maybe he goes a whole season healthy. Maybe it does work out. But I'm just looking at that. I was like, really? Draymond, we kind of already knew. As soon as Jordan was gone, that's they riding with the vets. So that plan of trying to mix it and everything, yeah, it didn't work. So riding hard with the vets. Hopefully you get Clay to kind of do the same thing because that's gonna be your biggest issue. Everything else, nah, everything else is kind of to play. I think the next domino is really to see what happens with Dame. I know he's trying to force his way to Miami, which I ain't mad at. Um,
Do you think that happens?
in this league of the NBA, yes. Now,
Okay.
if this
When
was David Stern's NBA,
So you think
no.
no.
Miami? So you think Miami has the capital to make that happen? I mean, they lost two key players that could have made this trade a lot smoother.
Correct.
Do
Now,
they? No.
if they have unless they're giving up unless it's about to be like a Ricky Williams trade, you give up
They
every
don't
draft pick you
have
got.
it. They might put a third team into it, or like I said, because Portland has to realize you're not going to win this battle. You can say it all day long that I
Correct.
want this, and this. The blueprint was already put out by James Harden, which he's going to probably tell you, I'll just get fat or I'll come up to this. I don't
Facts.
have to come up to you. You could trade me, don't mean I have to show
Yeah,
up.
he went there.
Oh, you're gonna miss out on
So
45 million. I got plenty of money in the bank to hold off. If he really wants to be that way, he does not have to show up. It's a
so
player's league.
so let me ask this: where do you think James Harden ends up, regardless of the situation? What team do you think he goes to? Does he go back to Houston and have a reunion or not?
No,
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 much money
Houston already
back.
spent their
He ain't
money.
going to Houston.
Yeah, they already spent his money. Really, James Harden ain't got much of a choice either. James might be going back to Philly and suck it up. I hate to say it.
Or the
Philly Philly played the team game on him, and it's like, hey, we'll give you the discount, or we'll look over you on the other side. We got you on the backside, and then they realize, yo, game 6, game 7, whatever, what happened? Yo,
Where were you?
well,
you ain't worth all that right now. And
I'll say
he
this.
found out because he had to opt in. He thought he had the shit, and ain't nobody looking for him. So yeah, now you got to opt in and hope for a trade. And like you said, who's really going to do that?
Well, I don't see nobody doing it. But number one, I believe he's not fit to play with Embiid because Embiid demands the ball, where Harden is a one-on-one player that wants the ball in his hand to create.
Too much ISO hero ball.
Exactly. And when you have a player as Embiid, you can't be an ISO basketball player because Embiid makes shots for you.
Yeah, but James.
You don't need to create shots. Embiid is already doing that for you.
That's what James Harden never played with anybody like that. And the time he did
Exactly.
he was too young, and then and even then he realized I ain't gonna be the starter, so he left OKC real quick, and then it's been evolving around him ever since. Even
And
when he
that's
was in Brooklyn, it was like, okay, I can kind of defer, but oh no, I'm still not getting what I want.
Yeah.
but even then, James Harden disappeared in the 2012 NBA Finals, and it seems to do that every time he makes it into the playoffs.
I was like,
Which
I thought you were gonna name some
So
more. It's 2012 finals. I was like, and this playoff here, and this playoff here, and
no, but no. But what I'm saying is that was the trend that started because he absolutely. Where was he? You couldn't find him.
0 for 12. His first 12, for his first 12 shots, he didn't hit none. And that's the reason why the scorer, James Harden, blah, I'm like, yeah, but that fool does not show up when it matters the most.
and that's what he's one of those, like, I hate to say it, AI had to learn, Carmelo had to learn. When you that number one ISO do that, and then it's kind of getting to that
First,
year, the NBA will humble you real quick. Iverson went from team to team, and there's like no more. Carmelo learned when he sat out a whole year, like, oh, nobody's wanting me. Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and hit that bench now. I see. The NBA will tell you if you really worth it or not. James, you about to be on that boat. Kyrie, you about to be on that boat too. But James, you really right there. You said the Clippers, hey, Clippers might do it, might not. Clippers got their own problems right now. They ain't even worried about James. They trying to figure out if they need to keep these damn two fools healthy because they got to try to sell out a stadium. So
better
they
not
might have to sign in with them just because.
you
Correct.
better not put Paul George in that trade. I nope. That's all. No. I he's one move away from being out the whole year, just like AD, just like no,
Chris
no,
Paul.
yeah.
But
I don't
okay,
need,
good. All right, hold up, Warriors fans. So CP3.
well, pretty much what was the crazy thing is having you on now is almost like we're doing like a
Recap.
Yeah.
but
Something
you're
like that.
saying everything that we but which is good because at least lets you know that how we all think alike in the situation we're talking about. So I'll tell you how I feel about CP3 being with the Warriors. It's a gift and a curse. The gift of CP3 is the ball stays out of Draymond Green hands and Curry hands if they're on the court at the same time because we don't know if he's going to start or be on come off the bench, which is perfect because you have a ball handler no matter what on there. The curse part of it is he doesn't stay healthy and he's never around when it matters the most. He can play the regular season and be there and make the good pass or this, that, and the third. But in the playoffs, he's not there. The bright spot is Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody just got a lot better with him being there, as well as Looney, because CP3 does well with big men. For some odd reason, his whole career, he's been good with them. And his record proves where he goes, he improves that team. The record before jumps improves soon CP3 comes there. So I'm not saying that the Warriors need him, but it's good that they now have a true number one.
I'm curious to see how the leadership styles are going to mix. Because you like you said, CP3 is a leader. He could talk to everybody else, but you also have your three veterans, or excuse me, your three boys there that kind of run that team. So it's like
Well,
being respectful of CP3 because I get it. They're gonna be respectful. Like CP3 got some knowledge, listen in on this. But how do you mix that leadership
The
quality?
only person,
well,
the only person you have to worry about is Draymond Green because
That
Curry is gonna Curry's gonna be the one that's gonna be like, yo, the true leader is Curry. We all know this is Curry's organization, this is his team, blah 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 blah. But Curry's gonna be the one be like, hey, do you? I'm good. I just want to win. That's where Curry is, and we already know Clay is like the ocean. He just want to play basketball. Draymond Green is the one that wants to make sure everything runs is the copacetic and this, that, and the third. So that is
Draymond
the problem is going to be if there is going to be a problem.
Draymond
It won't
wants to
come
make
from
sure
Curry and it won't come from Clay. I promise you that.
Draymond wants to make sure your mentals are right.
Yep.
Wardell will speak when he has to speak. I'll put you like this: Wardell is like the Undertaker. Doesn't talk much, but when he does,
You
you
listen.
shut the fuck up and you listen.
fair enough. I
Okay,
like
pretty much what. Okay, pretty much what Curry said in Game 7 against the Kings, whatever he said in his speech, everybody got in line with the exception of Jordan Poole, and that's why Jordan Poole is no longer with the Warriors.
That so now you get that speech. Now we all get it.
got it. Fair enough.
And that's why KD ain't here. KD couldn't take what Draymond Green was saying.
I'm starting to wonder, KD. I'm not mad at the move to Phoenix. It is what it is, but I'm starting to really wonder, like, dude, do you realize what you really had in Golden State?
Well, he may realize it once he retires.
Yeah,
But
1 minute
but
now.
but the thing is, but the thing with him is, we appreciate what he did,
Didn't need
but
him.
you were just, in a sense, you were a mercenary. The
Yep.
Warriors, the Warriors necessary, and again, I keep saying this to this day, and I will die saying this. If the Warriors repeat in 2016,
We don't have KD.
KD's not going to come
Harrison Barnes
because
make those shots.
because my initial thought was this. My initial thought was he's going to stay. That was my thought until the day he actually signed. Now again, I don't care who you are. Any other team from any other fan base, you are a damn lie if you say no, I don't want KD. You a damn lie because that's like saying no, KD, don't come to my team and improve my team. No, stay where you're at. Now, again, we did need KD, but if he wants to come play for my team, we're not gonna say no. Come on and come play.
Yeah, I ain't,
Do
ain't
do
nobody saying no to
do.
that.
Okay, okay. I'm pretty sure, in you being a diehard Bulls fan, if the
Heartbeat,
trade
come on through, come
if
on
if
through.
if Kobe Bean Bryant would have accepted the trade to Chicago, which almost happened, I'm pretty sure you would have been like no, Kobe, don't come to Chicago. Fuck all. They'd be like, yeah, come on, come play.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have been like, God damn it, I'm a Shaq fan. You ruined the goddamn dynasty, Kobe. But all right, I know what you're trying to do. I would have
Your
been regretting
chances of
it.
winning the championship just improved
Yeah,
dramatically.
but
Dramatic.
I understand what Kobe was. I get what we were trying to do. It may have worked out, but I was a little hesitant. I'm a Shaq fan. I'm like, yeah, Kobe. And even though Kobe, in the end, you were kind of right. Shaq needed to get his lazy ass up and do everything. Still, you ain't got to snitch the boy out just because
Well,
you got time.
it could have been handled differently. Yes, true enough, but at the same time, once Shaq won those three straight and won the three consecutive Finals MVPs, he got lackadaisical and decided not to get in shape. And again, I don't knock Kobe for not calling him out in training, be like, dude, you're fat, get in shape. Because if we know anything about Kobe Bean Bryant, Kobe stayed in shape
Oh yeah,
all year round, and he was nothing about basketball. Which is why I say 8 Kobe and 24 Kobe was different. Like I said, 8 Kobe wanted your soul and wanted to kill you. 24 Kobe was like, you're soft. I'm gonna do this, this, and this. You're not gonna stop me, and fuck you. That
eight,
was 24 Kobe.
I have
eight. Kobe was still trying to prove himself in that, and you had Shaq kind of leading the way. 24 Kobe like, all right, it's my time. I can do whatever I want. I've done all the scoring. I did that 81 game. I did this. Is it? All right, it's really time for me to shine. That eight Kobe was still trying to run up on some things in prime Shaq time, and then once he got away from that, he saw what to do everything else, and it was his time.
I'll tell you what, the coldest Kobe that was the Fro Kobe. That was that boy was cold. I mean,
Well,
24, the 24 is the reason why he got the Mamba name. That's rightfully so. Excuse me. But the 8 with the Fro, that boy was cold. I'm talking about cold.
I will forever say Kobe Bean Bryant's coming out party was game 4 of the 2000 NBA Finals when Shaq fouled out in game 4 and the game went overtime. That's when
Oh,
Kobe came and showed his mirror and be like, yeah, I can do this.
I got this. You sit down, big
Even
boy. I got
even
this.
even 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 though the big man's not here. It Now I'm not gonna say it was like Irvin in 1980 in Game Six without the
I was
cap,
thinking the same thing. I was
without
thinking the same thing.
without the captain. But that particular game, that was a Kobe almost playing like Magic did in 1980 without the captain
Have
in the
no fear.
spectrum.
Magic Man is here. In this case, have
That's
no fear. Kobe is here.
that's why that championship that Kobe won without Shaq was I believe his most important championship.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
To prove
I
that he could do it without Shaq.
It was the same thing for Shaq with Miami. It proved for him.
Well,
Yeah, but it showed that it wasn't just Kobe. Yeah, you're right. You got a prime D Wade. I get it. That was the D Wade coming out party, really.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
And
yeah, I get it.
absolutely.
That was the
I like what you said right there. What you went with that, but Kobe was on a fucking mission.
But
yeah,
here's what people forget.
all got there. That's why I'm like, it's there.
After the trade, Kobe went to 3 straight finals without Shaq. Won 2 of the 3.
True. Shaq, you're right. Shaq couldn't get. Shaq got that fourth one. That fourth
Yeah,
one was just
because
that
people
cherry on top.
because people forget the year after they won the title, Steve's Bulls swept the Heat in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, because Shaq even said it. If you watch interviews, that D-Wade said that whole team afterwards they came back kind of fat and lazy.
They
Yeah,
did it. They
They
did it.
came.
That was it.
D-Wade said he saw in the first 7 games. He's like, oh, we in trouble. They. I mean, it was a lot of veterans. You maxed out,
Yep.
and that's what it was. It maxed out. You got that. You got that ring. It was great, and that's all, folks.
not just that, just the story of how Pat Riley really wanted to fight Shaq
Yep.
before Shaq got traded to the Suns. Pat Riley, and again, it just goes to show you how Pat Riley really gave
And the
no
year that
fucks.
in the year that he traded him to the Suns, they were shitty.
Very.
Shitty.
He already knew Shaq wasn't doing anything, and I hate to say it, Shaq was probably done. He'll probably admit he had a good little run in Phoenix,
I
but
thought I thought Shaq's lowest point when he was with the Celtics. I think that was
No,
that was
I'm gonna say Cleveland. I'm gonna say
Cleveland.
Cleveland. We went
Cleveland.
to the Cavs. Yeah, we went to the
Oh shit! I
Cavs.
thought it was this. I thought it was the Celtics.
Cleveland was when I hate to say it, Cleveland was you're the journeyman. Now you just a
Hell,
journeyman. You just going
just
Boston. It
trying
was
to see if you still got it.
yeah Boston. There was nothing there. You way
That's
too
why I
big.
said I thought it was his low point when he was with Boston.
Nah, because it was the same thing in Cleveland. He tried to hype it up. I'm getting one the king the
I'm
ring and
here.
then
I'm here to give the king a ring.
yeah, that
When,
boy couldn't do
when,
nothing. Nothing. Is that it's so bad you didn't even remember he was in Cleveland?
I know. I knew he was with Cleveland. I just thought that the low point was
No.
Boston. Shit.
Now Boston was just trying to sign on with coach and try to do this, and he had nothing left, and that's why he kind of he went out. Everything else, I'm done. He knew it. He tried.
well,
It
when
was
he was in Boston, he always kept saying, "I got so many days until my contract's up." He always kept counting down the days of when his contract was up because he knew he wasn't doing anything. But I mean, him and Charles are the gift that keeps on giving on Inside the NBA. True enough.
100. 100.
like I said, I'm glad they re-signed Kenny. I know they've been trying to poach you as a coach. I don't need you to be a coach. I need you to stay right there because it is not going to be the same. You four don't go nowhere.
Yeah,
I don't care what the NBA says. No, you stay
that's
where you're at.
the only
To
reason
which,
I'm watching.
to which, shout out to Ernie Johnson for being inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him, the great Ernie Johnson. Of course, his father was a fantastic sports commentator for the Braves for so many years. So shout out to EJ, which I know it's been a rough year for him, losing his mom and losing his son in this past year. But he has been a pillar on Turner Sports for many years. It's hard not to think of Turner Sports and don't see his face along with Craig Sager and
Craig, Craig,
along with the original voice of TBS and TNT, the great Bob Neal. If you don't know who Bob Neal is, go Google him because Bob Neal for the longest time was the voice of basketball on TNT and TBS. And I'll put him up there as far as great play-by-play man for basketball. I'll just say this: just listen to his commentary of the slam dunk contest between Dominique and Jordan in '88, and that's all you need to know about Bob Neal. Anyhow,
I ain't got nothing to say after that.
right? That's like that's how you end the show right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm sorry. I came in at the last minute. We got those long extra credits and ending stuff. We got to do with Thanos. We about to go disappear.
No,
so
brother. No, brother. You showing up is the perfect time. You know,
Yes.
we're gonna definitely have to get you on somewhere you ain't gotta pop in when like this. I know
Don't,
wait, all our schedules are
All over the place.
all
like I
over.
said,
But
it was a lucky timing Dove hit me up. I was like, oh yeah, I'm actually awake.
Well, no,
nah, because
you always
because
you
I mean,
always your
anything basketball related, we always want to involve you
well,
because, like I said, you give us great insight and analysis, and you give us a great opinion. Um, Let me ask you this: Week 1 in Pittsburgh, who's the starting quarterback?
I am going to say this. It's going. We got to give Trey a chance. We got to give Trey a chance. I personally feel we have a quarterback. Brock Purdy has already shown us he is a starting quarterback. So I am not worried about it. Yes, that's a good job. Those two fingers go exactly for the two teams behind you. Good job. That's right. Both of those teams. That's right. Give both of those teams those middle fingers. Good job. Back to what we were saying.
definitely wasn't. Well, hold on, wait. That definitely wasn't for this fucking team. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
No, you did it right. You threw up both of them. You did your stone cold. Good job. That is right. But we'll see. Fuck them.
How dare
That's
you
right.
not warn me that we're going to talk about that organization out in Santa Clara?
Now, back to what we were saying. Yes, I have a quarterback in Brock Purdy. But I understand we gotta really see what Trey can do. So we're gonna give Trey that chance and ride it as long as we can. If not, Brock has shown me already, and we talked about it last week. We knew this since last preseason he was ready to go. He's proven it to me. But hey, Trey, we're gonna give you a chance, see what you can do. And hey, we went through. Unfortunately, our franchise has went through this before. We had Joe, we had Steve. Joe gave us a lot of good time and everything, and then we had to kind of make that decision because we still love Joe. Joe was getting hurt. Steve could do a little bit more, and that decision had to be made. Franchises go through it. It happens. And so, Trey, we traded up for you. We're going to see what you can do. You now know there is pressure on you. You had it with Jimmy, and now Jimmy's gone on onto silver and gray pastures and signed a contract that said if he gets hurt, you can release him. Jimmy, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but whatever, that's not my problem anymore. I wish you all the best of luck. You know, you're down with the Niners. We got love for you. Why you sign a stupid contract? Like whatever. Trey, good luck to you. We got your back. Feel the pressure. We ain't got time.
As Orange Cassidy is taking a nap.
Hey, all he's got to say, hey, the same thing. And Jimmy, we trust.
I don't
It,
trust.
it's
I don't trust that.
you've been hearing that for about 5 years from your friends.
I don't fucking trust you. Hey. I talk bad about Jimmy Garoppolo just as if he was wearing your fucking stupid ass colors. Shit.
Jimmy, we trust.
I don't trust whatever Raider fan said that. Pass that shit to me. I'm trying to get on that train. I don't trust. I already said he's gonna be broke by week 5.
Yeah, even.
If he makes it.
He hasn't even made
Wait, they just came out and said we didn't know that Jimmy Garoppolo needed a foot surgery. That's why. What's that?
Boy, that's
So you mean to tell me when you brought him in and he did that? That's why his press conference got pushed back because he did his physical and they was like, and I guarantee you his agent was like, he need foot surgery. Oh, really? Well, let's not really negotiate this contract. That's why you sit here and say the Raiders have an out. If he does not play or is not ready for training camp, might as well just start the rookie that they drafted. I mean, hey, man, it's hard to be a fucking Raider fan, okay? You guys have the luxury of worrying about what fucking quarterback you want to start. That's good. But I have to disagree with you about who you want to start. Why would you want to go with Trey Lance when he ain't even made it but 3 games? When Brock Purdy made multiple games. Damn near, if it wasn't for the injury that he had in that damn game, I do believe you guys beat the Eagles. Damn it, I don't have tequila to take a shot for that. But whatever. Just saying. Why would you want to go? Why would you want to go backwards? I mean, you already went backwards when he got hurt, but why are you going backwards for Trey Lance when this man got command of the offense? Wait a minute, motherfucker. I'm asking a question about your fucking team and trying to give them fucking credit in the same
I'm
thing.
trying to answer for you.
Don't you interrupt me. Woo!
Don't fucking scream at me. Okay, Space Mountain.
Anyway, why would you want to start Brock Purdy? Start Trey Lance when Brock Purdy already has commanded his whole offense, everything. I mean, everything. Just to figure out if Trey Lance is the truth. Fuck it. I would just start Brock Purdy, and if Brock Purdy don't produce, then you at least know, hey, Trey, you know the offense. Be the savior that Brock Purdy was.
No, that flip it around. And here's the other reason. I hate to say it. The other reason is you need to see if Trey is going to be a trade asset. Because
you want to risk your season to see if you want to trade your quarterback.
I don't think it's risking this. Here's the thing. Okay. If Brock is ready and he's throwing effectively during training camp, there's no question unequivocally he's your starter without question. I believe if Brock is healthy and he's cleared, he is starting week 1 in Pittsburgh against Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's no doubt in my mind about that. The only thing is will he be cleared by then? If he's not cleared, then I would start Trey. But if Brock is ready to go, and with the way he has shown progress in his throwing, Brock Purdy is your starter. Point blank, period, end of story. And you can use, as Steve said, you can use Trey as trade bait to try and get something. Because here's the thing. They're both on rookie deals. So you can pay Brandon Ayuk. Okay. You're gonna have to pay Nick Bosa. That is
they're working on that right now.
that is priority number 1 at 4949 Centennial Boulevard in Santa Clara is pay 97. Pay him and pay him now. While you got 2 rookie quarterbacks on rookie deals. And that's just all there is to it. If 13 is ready to go, 13 is your starter, and you're just lucky and fortunate to have 5 backup because 5 doesn't know the offense. Which again, 5 has shown potential. He definitely has the arm strength to do it. It's just the whole mental thing, and Kyle Shanahan not calling these running plays for quarterbacks to have your quarterbacks run up the freaking middle and not use them and not utilize them in space to where you don't end up fracturing your ankle like he did against the Seahawks in week 2.
So, but that's all. We'll our red and gold.
Coach when Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt in Kansas City.
No, that was just Jimmy running on the outside instead of just.
Answer the question. Answer the question. Who was the coach when Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt? Kansas
City. Kyle Shanahan.
But I do agree with Steve. He was running out there trying to be super Captain Saberho. I understand. I just want to understand. Running. You're running when your quarterback runs and your coach's offense. It don't work out for you guys. That's all I'm saying. And that wasn't a stab. That was just a fact.
Facts are facts. Because again, you and I were together when that happened. And what was the exact words I said when that happened?
Oh shit.
That and the season's over.
Yep. And what was my reaction to that?
You laughed your ass off. No, you left your ass off, and then you said, "Fuck both teams." Emphasis on the "fuck both teams." That is what he said.
Yes.
So actually, let me ask you guys a basketball question, since we do have both Tar Heel fans on the archives.
This is my last one because I got to take a nap.
Okay. Last one, we'll call it a night. What is your real life expectation for your beloved Tar Heels coming into the 2023-2024 season?
Truthfully, I don't even follow college basketball anymore. It's too hard. I don't even know who goes, who stays, or anything. In fact, I think last time I saw some, we lost some recruits. I think we lost one of our starters. They decided to transfer portal somewhere else.
Leaky Black.
I couldn't tell you who's on my team anymore. I lost my love for college basketball. It's just not the same. Call me older. Your one and done's
No,
really
no, 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 no. I
it,
1,000% agree with you. The one and done has killed the college game. It
it,
absolutely has.
it's killed it. And now with the NIL, is basically free agency every year. That's why I saw as much as I hate him. That's why Coach K got out. That's why Roy Williams got out. That's why all these other good coaches, everything they all got out because this NIL thing is going. You're not going to have team chemistry unless you're like a mid major. But the blue bloods, you're not going to be having anything. You're going to be changing your team every year. Half of it trying to sign some freshmen. The other half is trying to rob from everybody else. You're never going to have a stable team. But why?
Rob
I love
Rob Peter to pay Paul. I hear you.
it. I'm just going when they get in there. Hey, go Dark Hills. I don't know who you are, but I don't even know if you're going to be there in next year. But all right,
Well, given that I do know a few players that are on the squad, because I keep my eye on the or college basketball period. I'm gonna have to go with that. What's the coach? I can't remember what coach that said that the transfer portal has messed up sports. Period, which I do agree with that. It's something. Whoever Deion Sanders was having a Deion. Sanders, I don't even know who that coach is. Yeah, whatever. But to get back to the question, I think Hubert Davis had that one Cinderella year, and now that college basketball is taking the toll that it's going in and the direction it's going in. Powerhouse teams don't have the upper hand no more now because the dude that you just said Leaky Black, right? Leaky Black?
Yes.
That's leaving. He was a big part of the Tar Heels' success.
Agreed.
Now he wants to leave, so it's like a play. And then I believe the team that he went with, he jumped to another team. So
correct.
This portal thing is ridiculous. There's no loyalty, one and dones. So I can't say how I think they're going to do, even though I do know some of the players that are still there. I can't say nothing until the portal is done and I figure out what the roster looks like because I don't know. I don't know a lot of the players that are there. I know the upperclassmen. I don't know none of the lower classmen. I know the upperclassmen players that are there. It's hard to judge college basketball now.
Hell, it seems like I mean, not a topic, but like I said, transfer portal was it a good idea? Yes. But all the coaches saying like you got to have like a firm date. You got to set some guidelines into this, or else it's just going to be this madhouse. And with combining with NIL, who's going to pay me the most? Who's going to go here? It's like to that point, if you're going to do that, then I never liked this. Hell, you might as well just be 18 and up going to the pros. If we really just going to be doing this, then I don't like that. But you might as well just start going to pros or hey, hit your G League or just you might as well turn into something else because what this is going to be ain't gonna be college sports anymore. And I'm fine if that's what you're gonna do because college athletes does deserve to get some money, but you're gonna have to change the whole landscape. And it's already been talked about. The NCAA ain't nothing anymore. You just get your Power Five conference. Y'all come up with something, call it a day. Because you're not even staying loyal to your damn geographic reason. Why the hell is UCLA and USC going to the Big Ten?
I'm still trying to understand and figure that. I mean, it's because
well, I mean,
of it's
we
because it's because of this. But I'm just saying that just makes no kind of horse sense for nothing.
Well, college sports is now free agency. These college basketball, these college athletes are now free agents.
Now the schools are too.
And that's not how it's supposed with the NIL. They're like free agents, and that's not how it's supposed to be. And so it's it's hard. It's hard. College sports was the only thing that I did enjoy over pro sports because a lot of these players were just playing for the
passion,
passion of their school. Now it's all become like Steve just said, who can pay me, and that's where it's going to draw me away. Is because I love the NFL. NFL can be the dirtiest shit in pro sports, and I'm still going to love it and watch it. But college sports was my safe haven because, like I just said, a lot of them wasn't playing to try to get to the pro level. They just played for their school. They played to say that I won a championship for my school.
Yes.
Or this, that, and the third. Now it's about, I'll come in here and pay for you if you can pay me the money. Yeah, let's go get this championship if you can pay me to get it. Now championships are being bought in college sports. So
yes.
So I can't answer. So just to boil down to it about the Tar Heels, I don't know. I gotta wait till the roster is put together for me to even put 2 cents to say how they'll do.
Well, all right. So with that said, episode 96 in the record books. But our special thanks to a friend of the program. Always good to have the great Steve Dogan come by and give us his analysis, even if he did pop up towards the mid-credit scene of a movie. But it's always great to have.
This was a Marvel show.
Yes. Yes.
We gave you the goods in there, and then we
Yes.
gave you the ending with that little at the end.
Yes. But again, our thanks to Steve for joining us. As we said, we are very appreciative to all our subscribers, to all of our followers on the IG page. And like I said, during the football season, especially on weekends that Mizzle is off, we will be live on the IG page.
Yep. No. Also, weekdays, because I do be off on Thursday nights on certain football games, and hell,
yes.
they have the Wednesday games. Hey,
yes.
College football's around the corner too.
So we will get live to talk the stuff with fans during these football games. Doesn't matter what game it is. But our thanks to Steve. Our thanks to you, the viewers, for watching. This has been episode 96. Ooh. Sheesh.
Almost that special 100.
Nearing the century mark of the Mizzle and Dub Show.
Most sitcoms don't even make it to 100 shows.
No, they don't. But nonetheless, for our friend, Mr. Steve Dogan, for Mizzle, I'm Dub. We thank you for watching episode 96 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. And as always, it is 5 o'clock. Some damn where.
Did have a shot, but now it's over.
My glass is empty.
Cheers, fellas.
Buzz balls. Man is